I'm going to call the meeting of the Ponca City School Board to order. And first thing is flag salute.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Brad, just a minute.
She did.
Okay, I'm sorry, I missed it.
Okay, I thought.
All right, my problem. Okay.
Please pray with me. Father, we are thankful for all the blessings that you bestow on us each and every day. The coming of spring brings it with its severe weather. Please keep us as safe in the event of bad weather that would threaten our communities and our state as a whole. Please be with our Board of Education as they serve this district and welcome a new member to their ranks. We would also like to thank you for giving us Marvin Clark and all the years of service he provided to the district. Student success was his #1 priority. Also be with our men and women of the armed forces as they serve and protect us here and abroad. We ask this in your name. Amen.
Roll call.
Mr. Clark?
Present.
Dr. Kincaid?
Here.
Mr. Newsom?
Here.
Mr. Riley?
Here.
Mrs. Troop?
Present. Number 2 on the agenda is the oath of office for the new board member, Nancy Zimmerschild. So Nancy, if you will come forward,
Where do you want us, guys?
just right there.
Right out there in front
Right
of the
there in
podium.
front.
Right
Yeah,
in front,
of the
they
podium.
see her.
At the lecture.
Yes.
Okay. I'd rather hold it with my left hand. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I hereby declare under oath
I hereby declare under oath
that I will faithfully perform
that I will faithfully perform
the duties of member of the Board of Education
the duties of member of the Board of Education
of the Ponca City Public Schools
of the Ponca City Public Schools
of Ponca City, Oklahoma,
of Ponca City, Oklahoma,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
and that I will faithfully discharge all duties
and I'll faithfully discharge all duties
pertaining to said office
pertaining to said office
and obey the Constitution and laws
and obey the Constitution and laws
of the United States and the state of Oklahoma.
of the United States and the state of Oklahoma.
You are hereby sworn in, and somewhere, somebody, the clerk of the board, has a written oath for you to sign also.
Okay, yes. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, number 3, presentation.
Nancy, excuse me.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Marvin? Kind of bittersweet to present this plaque to you, but the plaque says presented to Marvin Clark and appreciative of your service to the Ponca City Public Schools, Board of Education, 1996 to 2007 and 2014 to 2017. So Marvin, thank you so much for what you've done for us.
Copy of the agenda. Can you give me a paper copy of the agenda, please?
Okay, number 4, election of president, vice president, clerk, and deputy clerk of the board, each of who shall serve for a term of 1 year. So I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Pennington.
Okay, do we have nominations for president of the Board of Education?
Yes, I move for David Kincaid as president.
Is there a second?
Second.
Are there any other nominations? Roll call?
Dr. Kincaid?
Aye.
Mr. Newsom?
Aye.
Mr. Riley?
Aye.
Mrs. Troop?
Aye?
Mrs. Zimmerschied?
Aye.
Okay.
All right. Now, David, get your
Yes.
name tag and come this way.
Yes.
Okay, now we need nominations for vice president. Do I hear a nomination?
Yes, I'd like to nominate Don Newsom for vice president.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Anybody else want to be nominated? All right, we'll vote.
Mr. Newsom?
Aye.
Mr. Riley?
Aye.
Mrs. Troop?
Aye.
Mrs. Zimmershed?
Aye.
Dr. Kincaid?
Aye. Yep. Board now will elect a clerk. Do we have a nomination?
Yes, I'd like to nominate Betty Johnson, the incumbent, for that job.
Okay, and a second. Any discussion? Anybody else nominated? All right, we'll vote.
Dr. Kincaid?
Aye.
Mr. Newsom?
Aye.
Mr. Riley?
Aye.
Mrs. Troop?
Aye.
Mrs. Zimmershed?
Aye.
And we need a nomination for the deputy clerk.
I'd like to nominate Kathy Conrad, the existing incumbent, for that position.
Second.
Second. Any discussion? We'll vote.
Mr. Riley?
Aye.
Mrs. Troop?
Aye.
Mrs. Zimmershed?
Aye.
Dr. Kincaid?
Aye.
Mr. Newsom?
Aye.
Now we're going to go to 5.
Item 4.
That was
That's 5.
item 5.
That's the one we do on the phone? Okay. Now we'll have presentation from Wilson, Dobson and Associates with their audit report. And Brenda's going to do that on the phone, I think.
Hi, Pam, are you ready? Okay. Okay, you're on.
Okay. Basically, I met with your finance committee last week and went over the audit report and answered any questions that they had. And I am here tonight by phone to see if the rest of the board has any questions they'd like to ask.
Anybody have any questions for?
There are no questions.
I don't know anything.
Okay, that's all we need to do.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Don, we went over most of it in the finance committee.
We'll vote.
Yeah, I saw that.
He isn't going to talk.
David, we don't vote.
She usually kind of
Usually
talks.
I had to talk to y'all.
Yes, she does, and kind of goes over it, so we don't need her to do that.
From what I read, we didn't have anything that
No.
speak of at the finance committee since I was not able to come. I wasn't able to be at the finance committee, but I read the report. and-
Yeah.
Did she find any major things?
There were just a couple little bitty things. Jill, I think it was some timing, wasn't it, on a couple of IEPs that were just very, very minor.
And it had some IP files that the notification meeting form, that they didn't, the file didn't have the proper form to notify that a meeting took place. There were some forms that were not complete for IEPs, and then one had starting dates and ending dates that weren't correct. There was some OCAS data that we recorded expenditures more than we received revenue for, and that was just a coding error. And then the same thing, we had the same thing with the summer food service programs. Is that correct, Brenda? Okay. Okay, she's going to take that out? Okay, all right. Other than that, it was a typical audit where I think if you go to the kind of at the end of it, on page if you look at starting with page 42, you get the audit letter, and it runs you through like it always does, kind of what the audit's for. If you look at the very last paragraph, it talks about federal programs. In our opinion, the district complied in all material respects with the type of compliance requirements referred to above that could have a direct and material effect on each of the major federal programs for the year that ended June 30, 2016. And then it goes on to say that, basically that we're in compliance with everything. Start on page 44. Again, there's just some summary of the results that there's not anything that they deem to be reportable. Section 2, page 45, there were no material weaknesses or instances of noncompliance or other matters that are required to be reported under the governing auditing service standards. There's no findings or questions cost or material weaknesses or reportable conditions in internal control that are required to be reported. And there were no prior, next page, there are no prior year findings or question costs. So, as is par for the course, we have a clean audit, just like we do every year.
I think the best point was her final comment was she really wished all her school districts were managed as well as Ponca City's.
So, which is probably one reason you didn't get as long a phone call as you wanted.
Well, I was just kind of.
Yeah, usually she goes over all that
Oh,
stuff.
she went over all this, everything Dr. Pennington mentioned. We went over all those in the Finance Committee.
Because she was there, wasn't she?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she showed for it.
I was just kind of surprised when you said, do you have any questions? I thought, well, no, you haven't. And so I thought, and then when she goes, well, okay, goodbye, I just thought that was.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, okay, that's all.
Okay, now we'll have presentations of the Employee of the Month and Friend of Education Awards. The first will be Certificate Employee of the Month, Paula McPherson Cochran. If you can come up, please.
Come to an orchestra concert, you always get to listen to Mrs. Cochran bragging about the other directors, students, and helpers and how their work and dedications help the orchestra program. Today I get the opportunity to brag about her. Mrs. Cochran not only is passionate about orchestra and the music she teaches, but she is passionate about the education of the whole child. She works collaboratively with the entire school to support West's programs because she knows that is what is best for all kids. Mrs. Cochran teaches over 100 students at West in just 3 class periods. She does a tremendous job of managing the students and also makes sure that she builds relationships with each of her students. Ms. Cochran's motto is, whatever is best for kids. A master teacher believes that all students can learn. A master teacher is committed to the success of their students. A master teacher possesses a deep understanding of not only their content area, but how students learn. A master teacher strives to create positive learning environments for all students, regardless of current skills or ability levels. A master teacher builds relationships with their students, and a master teacher changes the lives of their students forever. Ms. Cochran, you are a master teacher, and West Middle School is blessed to have you as part of our staff. Congratulations.
The second award is Support Employee of the Month, Stephanie Gross, who is the cafeteria manager at East.
The staff and students of Wildcat Academy would like to nominate Stephanie Gross as Support Person of the Month. Stephanie is head of the cafeteria at East Middle School. The Wildcat Academy students eat lunch there every day. Stephanie has gone above and beyond to accommodate our students. She implemented a breakfast program so that our kids can have access to breakfast in the mornings. Stephanie also makes sure that each of our kids has something to eat. She doesn't let them leave hungry. The most important thing that Stephanie does for the students at Wildcat Academy is not tangible. Stephanie cares about the kids. She treats them with affection and respect. She notices if one of them has been absent. When that student returns, Stephanie always welcomes him back. Even though the cafeteria may be shorthanded, our kids are never rushed or made to feel in the way. Stephanie and her staff make our kids feel wanted and valued. Sometimes in the everyday hustle of doing our jobs, the real reason for what we do gets lost in the rush. We can honestly say that no matter how busy or shorthanded they are in the cafeteria, Stephanie and her staff take the time to make every Wildcat Academy student feel cared for and valued. We feel extremely fortunate to be given the opportunity to interact with Stephanie and have her as part of Wildcat Academy.
The third award is Friend of Education, Jeff McKinnon.
you. Jeff McKinnon is an important part of Liberty's success and has been a great supporter of students and staff. Jeff and his wife Audra provide dinner for teachers on conference nights. Teachers look forward to the delicious meals provided every fall and spring. Mr. McKinnon has supported student activities and Liberty's fundraising efforts by contributing electronics to our annual bingo night. Our math, technology, and reading nights have also been aided with donations as well. Jeff provides funds to support teacher Christmas gifts and Teacher Appreciation Week. Funds have been used to buy lunches from Enrique's, chair massages, and much more. We appreciate all of Jeff's contributions to make Liberty a great place to learn.
Congratulations to the 3 award winners. If you'll go now with Shelley and get your pictures taken, please. Been instructed that we did not have any comments from the public, so that part of the board agenda will be skipped. And now we're going to have the presentation of the East and West Junior High. Curtis Layton will do West. Curtis, you're doing a great job at West.
Thank you, sir.
Seriously.